For this demonstration, I will be showing you how to register for a Cannabis Excise Tax account via the Taxpayer Access Point, also known as TAP, if you are an existing taxpayer with an admin web logon. When logged into your account, you will select the More tab. Then you will scroll down to Register Accounts and select Add a Cannabis Excise Tax Account. The Eligibility and Information Needed to Continue page comes up. You will need to obtain a license from the Regulation and Licensing Department in order to apply for a Cannabis Excise Tax account. The 3 licenses are a Cannabis Retailer License, Vertically Integrated Cannabis Establishment License, and Integrated Cannabis Microbusiness License. I'll select Next, and this is where you'll enter all of your license information. The first question it asks is, do you have multiple adult use cannabis retailer licenses? If you select yes, you will then be able to enter 2 or more of the 3 licenses available by adding a record. If you select no, you will then be instructed to enter the information for the 1 license you have. For this, I'm going to select a cannabis retailer license. You will then enter the license number. It also asks for a start date and an expiration date. The earliest the start date can be is April 1st, 2022. Also note that the start date for your Cannabis Excise Tax account will be the start date you have on your license. I will then select Next, and you will then be asked to add information for the officers of the business. You can have multiple officers, but at least 1 is required. So I'm going to click on Add a Record, and here I'm going to go ahead and select a title. As you can see, there's a large list of different titles. And for this, I'm going to select Owner. You have to select an ID type, which is either an ITIN or Social Security number. And then you'll enter the Social Security number. And a first name is required, a middle name is optional, and a last name is also required. You will then be asked to enter the contact information. Here, we're going to go ahead and enter an address. And it's going to ask you to validate the address, which verifies it in our system. The system will accept an unverified address as long as you include a zip code. Next, you'll enter a phone number and an email address. And then I'm going to go ahead and select Add. And now we have our officer information added. I'm going to go ahead and select Next. And this is the page that you will be required to upload an attachment, which would be your adult use cannabis retailer license. So I'm going to select Add Attachment. Description, I'm going to go ahead and just do cannabis license. Choose a file. Open it and select OK. And now the license has been uploaded. And then I'll go ahead and select Submit, and it gives you a confirmation number as well as the number to our call center for any other questions you may have. So I'm going to go ahead and select OK, and it'll take you back to your home page, and you now have access to your Cannabis Excise Tax account. That concludes my demonstration. Thank you for listening.